everybody gotta have the right to breathe. They can't separate us. We've done nothing wrong and we're always accused. How come we don't get the same chance as everybody else? We do nothing wrong but help, but they always think we're the guilty party. Give me a break.
25.
あ、いずれの姉ちゃん。おお、ありがとうございます。今日はどういう感じだったの？同じ気持ち。はい。あ、いいなこれ。ちょっと待って、それいいな。
菅原海生って言います。このブラック・ライブズ・マターに関して僕はちょっと関心があって、いろんな集会というか活動させてもらってるんですけど、始めた理由はちょっともっと日本の人にも海外で何が起きてるかとか、なんでこうやって黒人の人たちが白人警察に向けてプロテストをしているのかとか、そういう海外で起きている問題にもっと日本人に関心を持ってもらいたくて、こういう活動を始めました。もしよかったら調べてみたい、自分の手でしてみてください。
最初に8分間の瞑想を実際にやってみて、本当に実際にやらないと短いようで実は結構長い1分間を実際にやったことでニュースだけではわからないこと。
今22歳なんですけど、差別、黒人だったり白人だったりっていう差別が僕の周りにおいて全くそういう経験がなくて、で今日まで本当に何も知らない状態でここに来て、で何も知らない状態はちょっと失礼だったので、いろいろ今日のI can't press っていうのをサイトを調べさせていただいていろいろ学んだんですけど、やっぱりまだサイトだったらデタラメっていうのもおっしゃってましたし、いろいろわからないこともあったんですけど、本日聞いて、黒人に対する差別だったり白人に対する差別もあると思うんですけど、そういうそれぞれの人種の差別があるんだなっていうの、未だにあるんだなっていうのを感じれたのでよかったなと思ってます。
Welcome to OK Media. So I want to ask you what you think about today's program. What do you think?
Well, today was not a demonstration. It was not a protest. This was just Steve getting people together to have a conversation and to encourage people, I think, to share their stories, and also to encourage people to reach out and talk to people, more and more people, and again, actively fight racism, not just be against it. So, I mean, the message was there. Honestly, I feel like we could have been a little bit more visible. I feel like we could have done more stuff, but then again, we don't have the permits and stuff, so I understand he was just trying to keep all of his friends out of police.
Okay, so my last question. What do you think can stop racism? Especially in the whole world, but especially in the US.
Okay. I didn't speak earlier just because this is really my conversation to have, and I have an unpopular opinion about this, but I don't think racism is something that you can actually get rid of entirely. Just because human beings are, by nature, going to see things and say like, okay, this and this and this are similar, this and this and this are not. It's just a human nature thing. But what we can do is protect people's rights. And what we can do is when something happens on the basis of race, because human beings have come too far in society and civilization and everything that we've created, but it doesn't mean anything if we're not equal and if we don't treat each other equal. And that is something intellectually that the human race, I believe, is capable of. We're never, like I said, there's always going to be ignorant people, there's always going to be racist, there's always going to be racism. But the more that we call those people out, the more that we show the world that that is not okay, when that becomes the standard, when that becomes that's the way it should be. And I don't think anybody disagrees entirely that knows what we're talking about, that it's just natural, or that it's right to be racist. I don't think anybody thinks that. People who are racist for reasons. You know, they were told something, they had some experience, and they just generalized it. And it's like, okay, you know, the guy cut me off in traffic one time, now I hate his whole race. It's bullshit. The reasons behind it all is just stupid. So, you know, how do you solve racism? That's an impossible question to answer, but one step at a time, one person at a time, reach one, teach one, have the uncomfortable conversation, shut down people who say, who express things like, you know, all lives matter, it's like all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter, all this kind of thing. I know I'm just repeating slogans here, but even in your own words, you know, you have to have that conversation, you have to talk to people. You have to do what you can to make them see the world from a different perspective.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for your time. Welcome to OK Media. So I want to ask you your view of what happened today. What do you think?
いや、誘ってもらって本当に良かった。そう、なんか言ってもらわなかったらこういうのあるっていうのも知らないし、あとは日本で同じ考えを持っている人とお話ししたり、他の人が同じようなことを考えてるっていうのが聞けてすごい嬉しかった。あとは初めて自分の気持ちを人に話したから、それができてすごいすっきりした。
You are watching OK Video.
I realize you are the organizer of this program.
Hi.
Yeah, so I want to know the reason behind all this program.
Oh, it's just only one reason. Enough is enough. The right must to come out. That is why me and Steve, you know, came up with this meeting in Japan, because in Japan the voice is not out yet, and we're also foreigners here in Japan, and they should know what is really going on. Yeah, that is why we made up this meeting today.
What's your view on today's program? What do you think about it?
I think this was really necessary and very timely, and we needed to have this conversation now. We needed to be having this conversation a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I am really glad to see events like this happening in Tokyo. I think my Japanese isn't that good yet, and as a foreigner, I feel like sometimes I feel disconnected and I don't know how to plug in. Like, I want to work for all these causes that I care about, but I'm not sure how. So I think just connecting people in this way and letting people have an open forum to talk about their feelings towards George Floyd and the protests going on now in America was really important, and I'm really glad to have it. Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, what do you think we should do, the world should do to stop racism?
Listen when people tell you what's wrong and take action on it every day.
Okay, all right, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm Maurice from Los Angeles, California, but born in Kansas City, Kansas. So, my intake on a lot of this is so my intake is basically unity in numbers, showing that everyone here gives a damn about the cause of what's going on today. Staying here in Japan, I'm very shocked and happy as far as the support that the Japanese culture has shown us. So I'd like to thank the Japanese culture, Japan itself, for taking the time out and showing love towards this cause, towards the cause of Black Lives Matter.